That's Dave Chappelle of Netflix fame. He is, after all, their $60 million man. You might remember, Netflix employees picketed their own company over some of Chappelle's comedy. And now Netflix says if employees don't like the company's content, if they don't like Chappelle won't get canceled. They say those employees simply don't need the company's paycheck. Take a hike and mark the day, May 13th, 2022. As employees, we support the principle that Netflix offers a diversity of stories, even if we find some titles counter to our own personal values. If you'd find it hard to support our content breadth, Netflix may not be the best place for you. This would be the opposite approach of Disney, that bowed to their employees and got in a nasty fight with Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis, not to mention promising to create and prominently feature transgender and gay Disney characters. Ryan Helfenbein, host of the podcast Give Me Liberty, is with us now. All right, two different models, and I would be remiss if I didn't start off by saying it comes after Disney smashed record subscription numbers and Netflix has their stock down 70% and is losing subscribers.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And so they are definitely hemorrhaging over there at Netflix. And so I think this strategy, it's an internal memo, by the way, that was being shared within Netflix. And it had a lot to do with corporate governance and how they wanted to, facilitate a more friendly culture within. You can have disagreements, but at the end of the day, they're going to prefer the customer. They're going to prefer the content over what maybe an employee might object to. So they have to get on board.
Right. And I get that. And we had that internal video of Disney's that was leaked as well. The reason you write internal memos is so that they leak and you let everybody know. But
that's right.
For as much talk as there is about, if you don't agree with my point of view, I'm not going to go to your theme parks, or I'm not going to subscribe to Netflix or whatever. Has Disney not proven that there's a way to buck the boycott calls on Twitter and in the media and still survive? And Netflix, on the other hand, is hemorrhaging?
I don't know. It remains to be seen. I think Netflix, if you look at Netflix overall stock value, it was hurting a lot sooner than Disney has been. So Disney is a very large entertainment company. It's over $230 billion market cap. Netflix is not near as big by comparison. So I think we'll see. It remains to be seen. I do believe, though, that Disney has not quite hit that stress point just yet. But I think the stakeholder capitalism model is going to fail. I think it ultimately goes back to the consumer, to the customer. The customer is always right.
Right. That we understand that. We all have our audiences. In terms, though, of internally at Netflix, and you think about it, it's not really so much as going anti-woke as it's saying just we're not going to be beholden to a small group of employees. You still think they've got the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle deal.
Right.
They've got documentaries, a whole series of things. They got everything from really trashy stuff to family-friendly programming. You point, though, to the other struggles that they've had. Protests over Chappelle's comedy shows. All right, nobody cares anymore. Excess of employees, fine. As they say, take a walk. The cracking down on password sharing, considering launching ad-supported service for cheaper package. Does this teach us, at some level, it kind of doesn't matter what your corporate values are, whether you're super woke like Disney or tell people to take a hike like Netflix, that in the end, it just comes down to, do you have a product that the customer wants?
Yeah, I think that's the nail on the head. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to business and what is healthy for the bottom line. Netflix has been around for 25 years. It took down a behemoth Blockbuster Video that was based in my native Dallas, Texas. And nobody thought Blockbuster would ever leave. And at the end of the day, Netflix is now in new territory. They're the legacy program that is being tested, and all the other content-based, subscriber-based media apps are looking to Netflix and saying, hey, now what's going to happen here? Yeah. At the end of the day, they spent, Leland, too much money at Netflix.
Well, it's a great point. But this also sort of proves, though, right, that these sort of very progressive corporate values and caring if everybody's on board and having everybody hold hands and agree with everything is a luxury of successful companies. When things get tight and tough, as they are at Netflix, suddenly people care a little bit more about results. Ryan, good to see you. Great conversation.
Thank you, Leland.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.